EPA Debate meteorologist Bobby Martins here with your outlook for October 15th, 2025. Welcome to Wild Weather Wednesday, brought to you by Pure Sight and Sound. When the season turns cold, families spend more time inside. That's when luxury home theater makes all the difference. Pure Sight and Sound builds luxury theaters where they matter most, inside your home and for your family. And while the number on the proposal may take your breath away at first, what really matters is what follows. Family movie nights, championship games, and the joy of watching your kids' friends become part of the memories. Luxury isn't a number, it's the experience your home delivers. Call Ed today at the phone number above me here in the video, 570-992-2992, or visit them on the web at puresightandsound.com. Pure Sight and Sound, with you from the first wire to forever. So we don't really have any wild weather today to speak of. We had that coastal low that is still kind of in the picture early this morning, way out here, continuing to move away from the region. We did have some residual clouds from that yesterday, more clouds and sun. Then later in the day, we had a little bit more in the way of sun. Unless you were in our southeastern areas, that really doesn't apply to you. But today we have a dry cold front moving through the region, and you can't really see it here on this map, but you can see it on the temperature map. Here's the temperatures today. Is that ahead of that frontal boundary, and then in the wake of that, Thursday and Friday are going to be cooler days with temperatures back in the lower 60s. As a matter of fact, you see above me, 62 to 68 today, 58 to 62 for Thursday. So on either side of 60 degrees, some areas may not get out of the 50s for highs. And once we move this a little bit forward, we get to Thursday, we're going to have that cold air advection related wind gusts come in because you have some cooler air with this big trough over New England. This trough is kind of dipping down like this. So we have some cold air advection related wind coming in from the northwest here on Thursday, and they're generally looking at 15 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts as most common wind gusts. You could have a few of those gusts sneak up in the upper 20s to near 30, especially in areas of elevation during the daylight hours on Thursday. Once you get to the evening, it starts to diminish and goes away. Today will be a little bit breezy, but not quite as breezy. So there's today, more like 10 to 15, gusting to about 20. Not as big of a deal as it will be here on Thursday. So a little more breezy on Thursday, especially during the afternoon. And then that will diminish as we get to the evening hours, okay? After this point, we're going to warm up again. So we're going to have temperatures still, seasonably cool on Friday. Mostly sunny skies both Thursday and Friday. Of course, breezy Thursday. And then Friday, you're going to be in the lower 60s for high. So going up about maybe 2, 3, 4 degrees for a high from Thursday to Friday. But it's still going to be relatively cool for this time of year. And then once we get to Saturday, we have a warm front moving off to our north. There's partly cloudy skies expected. We're going to make a run at 70 degrees. So it is going to turn around, and that is technically slightly above average for this time of year. So either side of 70 degrees for highs on Saturday, and then in the low to mid 70s for highs on Sunday. Now here's the GFS. There's a cold front moving toward the region. That's the reason why you're getting that warm up this weekend. You have winds turning to the southwest ahead of this frontal boundary. So Sunday especially will be the warmer of the 2 weekend days. So a partly cloudy start, clouds increase late in the day. There's still some question about when this gets in here, and this is not an abnormal thing for this point being here on a Wednesday, looking ahead to the Sunday night and Monday period to figure out timing. Timing can be off by 6 to 12 hours at this range, and depending on what model you're looking at. So the more progressive model is the GFS, and is bringing that in a little bit faster. This is typically progressive to begin with. So it'll have late in the day, we'll have some showers here working in, according to the GFS anyway, that'll go into the evening and maybe very early Monday morning before this moves off the coast, and then that's it. And then clouds give way to sun in the afternoon. That's the GFS forecast. The European model is a little bit different. It's slower with it, so the entire day is partly cloudy. Then you have clouds increase during the evening and some showers working in overnight. And then it even has low pressure. It's hard to see here, but there's low pressure kind of forming along that boundary. It may act to enhance rainfall according to the European model, which would be great because we get more rain out of it than just a normal cold front passes. It gives you a quarter inch or thereabout of rain. This might be a little bit more, and the European model is showing that. And this goes a little bit longer into Monday as well because it came in later. So timing's a little bit off. Does this have an area of low pressure moving along the boundary, enhancing that rainfall a little bit? That would be nice, but we don't know that yet. So these are still answers that we're going to have to follow over the next several days, and that will come into agreement eventually. Well, because right now they're still way apart. If I go to Monday morning here or early afternoon on the GFS, that's what it looks like. Early afternoon on the European model, and we're getting slammed with rain yet. So We have to wait and see how this plays out and whether or not we have the enhancement of the rainfall as well. So, but either way, in the wake of the system, Tuesday is back to a partly cloudy day on both models. So that's what we're expecting in the wake of that system here for Tuesday. Just partly cloudy skies and temperatures near average for this time of year. I'm EPA AWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for October 15th, 2025. Have a great Wednesday.